It's your man Underwood back with part 2 of this thrift store finds. Again, everything I'm going to show you here to the very end where I have a few other things. But most of this in this video is going to be, again, I paid less than $15 including tax for all of this stuff. Next, and even if you haven't seen part 1, you could just watch this part first and then go check that out. The next is going to be the Batman I got. In these bags, there were a total of 10 Batman action figures. I don't know why. Batman and Spider-Man are the two comic book figures that we run into over and over and over again at these thrift stores. Now, I am not a collector of any of this stuff. I don't collect toys or anything like that. These are all for my 3.5-year-old son. But let me start off with these. These are in various conditions. This one is missing one of his little points there on the top of his head. Let's see, as you can see. Yeah, there we go. Otherwise, he's okay shape. This one, his legs are a little loose, but other than that, he's in pretty decent shape. This guy has little bits of paint chipping on him. Let's see here. Otherwise, pretty decent. There's another one. These are all like full-size comic book figures. I don't know exactly the height. I think they're a little taller than Star Wars figures. In fact, they're definitely larger. Oh yeah, they're a good bit larger than Star Wars figures as compared to one of the Star Wars figures here. Here's another one. Again, so far the ones I've showed you, they're not quite in perfect shape. I'm eventually going to get where to put my hands. It's a new setup I'm using here. See how this works out. No, let me know what you think. What kind of settings you like better. Leave it, in your comments. I do try to make these enjoyable. There's another Batman there. I picked up this one. I've never seen this one before. He's probably from some strange animated show or something I haven't seen. He has some kind of rocket gimmick on him, but that's gone. Then there's this one. He looks pretty much like new. For some reason, this Batman I find continuously. I have him brand new in the package, all the accessories. I have him out of the package with all the accessories. I have him without the cape. I have him in bad shape. I have him in better shape than this one. And I think this exact same toy we have 8 to 10 of, between what we have downstairs and up in the attic. So, although he is in nice shape, it is not particularly that great of a find. I have this one, who my son is absolutely going to love. The belt part here is actually broken on him, though, but he has the mask and everything on. But what's the cool part about him is you can pull it right off, and then it's just Bruce Wayne. And he's got a shirt on, too. All the armor's gone. My son absolutely loves stuff like that. He twists. He's got bendable knees and elbows. It's a nice toy. And other than the one belt part on the back being broken, he's perfect shape. So that's 9 of them. The 10th was this Batman motorcycle. The Batman on here, unfortunately, is, although you can pull him off a little bit, he's built into the thing. He's part of it. And while it probably works, the batteries are burnt out. It does roll. The Batman motorcycle. So there were 10 Batmans. There was also one Robin. It looks like it's the Robin from the movie line. Chris O'Donnell, I think, played him. Let's see here. There was, I believe this is Abomination, the Hulk villain. It's a very small one, though. It's still rather thick. There's this guy. He's a DC guy. He looks like he's an American Indian. I don't know what his name is. Anyone knows that? Hit me with a comment. I'm not great on the B and C line heroes. I know pretty much just the A line ones. There's a Wolverine. My son already has the same Wolverine, but for some reason he likes Wolverine. I've never been a Wolverine fan, but he likes him, so I'll put that over at my mother-in-law's house or something. Here's a from this pile for some reason. Here's a Thing. He's like a Happy Meal thing. He'll probably just go in the eBay lot of comic book characters that I'm going to sell. I have a ton of them that really just didn't quite make the cut for my son's collection of toys, as he has a lot of toys, a lot more really than a 3-year-old ought to. So, a lot of this stuff I've decided I'm just going to start selling it on eBay. Oh, and an update on that, there's a Green Goblin. I don't have it looks like he's a Goblin Glider rider, and they didn't put the Goblin Glider in there, but he's nice. My son really likes Green Goblin. Update on that, a Star Trek lot I showed you earlier. It had in one of the earlier videos a said I was going to sell it. It was the first thing I ever bought to resell on eBay, and I did sell it and made about a $14 profit. It didn't sell for $14. eBay fees, PayPal fees, shipping, and what I paid for it at Goodwill, I still walked away with about a $14 profit. It was 16 Star Trek figures. I bought them for $4.25 plus tax, and I sold them for $26, $27. So that's pretty nice. Here are two Catwomans. These are both, again, probably going a lot to eBay. This toy, he already has 2 or 3 of it, and it doesn't really have any bendableness. So those can be gotten rid of. Here is a Mr. Sinister. He already has, I think, 2 of this particular toy. He's supposed to have like a cape on the back. The other one I have has a cape. This one's arm is a bit loose. He might get sold too. Here is a small Scott Summers. It looks like he was something to come out of a... Well, it looks bigger than that. I was going to say that he comes out of a bubblegum machine, but he's about twice the size of a Muscle Man. But he's posed. You can't do anything with him, so he'll probably go up in that same lot I'm talking about building here. Here's a Blob, and I'm a huge fan of the Blob. I absolutely love the Blob. He's one of my absolute all-time favorite heroes. I got him a huge Blob toy, which I guess would be considered the same size as a normal size toy. If it wasn't a Blob, so it's about 4 times the size of the other toys. And I think it's in the action figures video, and nothing moves the Blob, and I would probably keep that for him, even though if it was anybody else, it probably wouldn't have made the cut. There were 2 Spider-Man watches in there. I don't know. Those are probably going that lot too. I'm not really sure what we're gonna do with them. In one of the previous videos, I said I was going to sell those Harry Potter books on eBay. I decided not to do it. Well, my wife said we might as well just keep them for when my son's older. Anyone that knows the age level for reading Harry Potter books, if you could hit me back with a message on that. I have no idea what age group Harry Potter books are for. I was a grown man by the time Harry Potter books came out, so I have absolutely no idea. I've never read one before, but I just don't know if it's appropriate for an 8-year-old, a 10-year-old, a 12-year-old. So information on that would be appreciated. There's a kind of crappy Superman in there. He's small. I mean, he's not crappy, but he's just small, and his arms do move, but that's the only thing. He's got his cape still on him. He'll probably go up on eBay. I have so many Supermans, it's nauseating. There's a Strong Guy. He actually already has this exact same Strong Guy, and Strong Guy's not really impressive. I'm not sure what we'll do with him. Maybe just send this one over to my dad's house for him to play with. I supply the toys for my dad, so my dad watches my son once a week, and he goes over to my mother-in-law's house as well. So I try to get lots of toys from both of those places. Next, I'm going to show Ghost Rider. Here is a Ghost Rider, and I think this is Ghost Rider's bike. They actually were in different packages, so I guess fortunate about both of them. I think Ghost Rider is actually the balls. He is probably, I like Silver Surfer less, but he's kind of up there. This thing is actually really cool though. It moves around a lot. I suck with toys, so I'm not real. I think I did that completely off camera, but that thing goes down. This part will come down. It's a pretty cool little gimmick here, and I think that's his bike. If I'm wrong, someone please feel free to correct me. I don't know whose bike this is. If I had to guess, I would say Spawn, but I don't know. If somebody knows, feel free to put that in. I'd appreciate it. Here's a Spider-Man bike that actually looks kind of similar to that one, so maybe that's not Spawn because he's from a different company. Not sure the name of that company. Here's this guy. I don't think he's a comic book hero. If anyone knows who he is or what line he goes to, please do let me know. He does this though. If you can see that on there, his eyes and mouth light up. Jack-o'-lantern. She's kind of cool. He'll be kept. Speaking of, there's also this. Fortunately, it doesn't have batteries. Well, the batteries are dead, I should say. Probably works. I've found lots of these. You put like one of those riding Spider-Mans on here. We don't have this particular toy. It's a 3-wheeler, so that'll be kept. There were 2 Spawns in there. There's this one, and he has like little chain gimmicks on the back. He's in pretty decent shape. He looks like he needs to be washed though. This one definitely needs to be washed. He has like, looks like he has some Legion of Doom Road Warriors gimmicks on him, and his face looks a little bit different. So maybe he's special edition Spawn or something. I don't know very much about Spawn. I do know that this came from Spawn though. He's like one of those bendable sort of toys. He's huge. If I stand him all the way up, actually, I'm going to take it back about the Ben 10 toy. This guy's the tallest of the lot. He's very tall. I have him quite far back from the camera too. If you move this thing, his mouth moves up and down. If you can see that, so he's pretty cool. I don't know what his name is. Anyone knows that? Feel free to put it in. I don't know if this is a Spawn toy or not. If you do know, please put that in. He's got a fist that punches forward like that, and I thought he was pretty cool. So he was in a lot. Again, remember, this is all under $15. There's a bunch of stuff that I think is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. There's this, which he could put a different kind of toy on. It comes apart, and these come down. This thing is pretty cool. The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, though, I think that show is absolutely just retarded. I have no interest in my son watching trash like that. So these will probably all be sold just because I don't want my son to start liking that stuff. It was just quite ridiculous to me. Here's another one. He's like a Transformer one or something. Here are two more that I think these are. The red one might not be. The green one is. I'm pretty sure. This guy I don't know if he is, but he'll probably go in there with the Power Rangers. Like I said, I'll probably sell those just because I think they're too stupid. Sorry for the Power Ranger fans out there, but you know, I got to keep it real. There's another one, and if some Power Ranger fan out there does want to buy these, you know, feel free to sell them to you before I go out on eBay and sell them. So another one here. I mean, there were tons of these, as you can see in the bag. Here's a red one. Here's a black one. He's actually quite large. He punches you with a clothes on. He's kind of cool, I guess. Here's another red one. Here's a motorcycle that I guess is one of theirs. I could be wrong though. I guess that's a Power Ranger toy. I don't know. I didn't quite take a look. I know they're all supposed to be Bandai from when I looked at some of them. Here's another Power Ranger. And I find tons of these in these bags. Remember, it's large bags that I'm buying, so not like I get much of a say of what's in there. The only one I might keep, I think, is this one. He's kind of cool. He's like Manny Faces from He-Man from back in the day. If you remember that. And let's see. Oh, here you go. Here's how you do it. And he's got a bunch of faces in there. I think 3 or 4 of them. And then there's like this guy. He's not a Power Ranger, but he was just the last in line. So he's in there as well. That was, again, everything from this video and the last video that I've shown you so far only cost me less than $15, including tax. I did have a discount coupon from donating to Goodwill. You should ask your Goodwills about those because they don't seem to really push that too hard. Okay, I know you think I showed you this before. I didn't. Actually, we did 2 of these today. I found this guy loose at the other Goodwill. They gave it to me for $0.25. I probably wouldn't have bought it if I knew there was another of him in there, but $0.25 for a brand, and he looks brand new, a brand new look, both of them do actually, a brand new looking Marvel toy is pretty good, I think. I got this from Goodwill. This is from a different Goodwill, the one in Yorktown, the last 3 things I'm showing you. It's a very small Hulk book and it has 50 stickers in it. They charge like $1 for these, but it had 50 cents written on it, and the girl ringing it up, I go in there all the time, so they know me, and they like me and my son, I guess, and they gave this to me for, I didn't even ask about it, they gave it to me for $0.25 instead of 50 cents. I also got this, which they put in as a child's book. It's the Vikings. The adult books are $3. They only charged me $1 for this. About the Vikings, or Norsemen, I guess, as the people themselves weren't called the Vikings. But it has a lot of stuff in here about them, and I thought that was kind of interesting. So for $1 plus tax, I picked that up. So those are the thrift store finds for today. Again, all those I picked up today at 2 Goodwills. I also went down to a thrift store in Pocosin and a secondhand bookstore, and they both sucked, so I don't plan to go back there. The used bookstore had like just junky used books. They wanted 40. They wanted 60% of the cover price for their books. I mean, I thought that was absolutely ridiculous. So I didn't get those. I was going down looking for some of those old school Choose Your Own Adventures back when I was a kid. I was going to get those for my son for when he starts reading in maybe a year or a year and a half. So those are the thrift store finds. Please feel free to comment. Let me know if you like these. Let me know if you saw anything that was interesting, or please, if you have the names for any of the stuff that I don't know, please let me know, and I probably got names wrong, and also let me know about those too. So I thank you for watching.